Okay folks, so I've arrived here at the Oakley North Little Rock yard and just come out of the wash bay. I went ahead and got my truck washed because I needed to get a trailer washout because Manuel, my dispatcher, has got me picking up tomorrow morning around 7:30 here in Little Rock at the 3M plant, getting some roofing granules. So needed to get a trailer washout. For that, you need a clean trailer for roofing granules. So went ahead and got a truck wash too. So it's about 4:15 Monday afternoon. I'm gonna park over here and run home for the evening, and then come back out here in the morning. And you know, it's about a 10-minute drive over to the 3M plant, and it's kind of a local gig. I'll pick up a load of roofing granules at 3M and then drive about 5 miles over to the Little Rock port, and I'll unload they'll basically fill up about 22 super sacks on pallets. I've done this before a couple times, and since it's only got about 3 or 4 loaded miles on it, it basically pays by the hour. Then after that, Manuel said I was going to go back to 3M and pick up a load of Donafill going to Mount Pleasant, Tennessee. Now that could change, but that's what he told me. So that all sounds good. And I think that hourly gig, I think it has like a 4 or 5 hour minimum on it. Seems like the last time I did that, it was more like a 7-hour gig. But if I get lucky and don't have to wait a long time to get loaded over that 3M, it should be a 4 or 5 hour gig. But it seems like the last time I did this, I had to wait like 3 hours to get loaded. Anyway, I'm gonna just park here, and I'm gonna leave my tarp open. I'm gonna leave my trailer tilted up a bit, and make sure it gets good and dried out overnight. So I'll see you in the morning. Okay guys, hey, it's Wednesday morning. I am here at the Little Rock port on the Arkansas River. I've delivered here a couple of times before, but I got this load of roofing granules. They're just starting to unload now. I'll go back there and show you some in a minute. But you know, you come in from out there and you check into a little office down there, and then they have you back up. You know, they got cones set up back there so you know where to park. And they've got a crew back there that's you know, they've got my little slide door open, and the product is unloading into some big palletized super sacks, you know, for shipment later. But I picked this load up yesterday. That's the by the way, it's Wednesday now. It's about 6:30 in the morning. They open at 6. I got here about 6:15. But let me explain what happened to this load. You know, I picked this load up yesterday, Tuesday, out at the 3M plant, which is just, you know, probably 5 miles from here. And got there at 7 a.m. and finally got loaded and out of there about 2:15. And then I drove straight over here. Took me about 10 minutes. You know, I'm only about, you know, 3 or 4 miles from the 3M plant, and I got here right at 2:30, and the lady in the office, the shipping and receiving office, was closing. She said they close at 2:30. So basically, you know, I drove back to the Oakley North Little Rock yard, which is again about 3 or 4 miles from here, just across the river, and parked and went home. You know, got home probably before 3:30. So I had an unexpected day at home, and did a little grass mowing, basically nothing. So I've been on this little load that should be, it's like a five mile load from where I picked it up. I've been on it for 24 hours. That's the, and since there's no miles on this load, you know, they pay me, it's got like a 10-hour cap on it. And so they'll either pay me the 10 hours at like 70 bucks an hour or something like that. I'm not sure about that. You know, I've done this load a couple times before. Or they'll just pay me percentage of the load. You know, it works out okay. But, you know, luckily I live nearby and could park at the North Little Rock yard and just go home. It'd be really more frustrating if I was just away from home somewhere and you know, had to just camp out all night doing nothing at a truck stop or whatever. So yeah, sun's just coming up, weather's nice. Don't know what's after this. I know yesterday they had planned for me to pick up a load of Donafil at the 3M plant after this, but it took so long. That's what one of the unloader guys was telling me, that they had a couple of other trucks in recently with loads like this, and they said they got pinned at the 3M plant, you know, all day, all night, and got loaded sometime the following day, you know, and that's happened to me before too. It's just you never know when you go in there. I think the quickest I've ever gotten unloaded there was probably 4 hours, in and out 4 hours, but I've also spent all day and all night there. So I don't know what happens over there. You know, they'll have 20 trucks there waiting for loads, and you know, sometimes it just takes forever. I don't know why. So yeah, I'll try to show you some of this in a minute. Okay guys, give you a pretty picture of the morning sunrise there. The unloading supervisor, I guess, back there didn't really want me doing any filming back there, but they got a crew of about 6 guys back there, you know, and they have these big white super sacks on pallets, and they got a big conveyor that takes the product from the truck up and dumps it in those bags. They put about 2,200 pounds in each bag, and I had just under 25 tons. It was a heavy load. I guess they loaded me extra heavy. I asked for 24 tons, but they gave me just under 25. I guess just because they know I'm only going 4 miles down the road. But yeah, they got several warehouses here, and there's a couple of trucks in there getting loaded. The Arkansas River, let's see, the Arkansas River is right there, and the Oakley North Little Rock yard is probably just right across the river over there. Well, no, it's probably down further that way to the west. Anyway, you can see the pallet, the forklift guy there. He'll take a pallet and set it back there, and then they'll put a super sack on it, fill it up. So that's how it works. Okay guys, so I'm empty. That's where I was backed into earlier, and there's the apparatus that conveyors the product up and then drops into the super sack pallets. And then there's the office where you check in and out. So I just it's 8:05, so that whole thing took about an hour and a half. And I just called in, and they've told me to go pick up a load about 4 miles from here at Davis Rubber, where I got a load last week. I go there a lot. And it'll be going back up to Armorel or Blytheville, Arkansas, to the Nucor plant. So that's easy enough. You know, at this point, you know, it's Wednesday morning. They're not going to stretch me out too far, because I am on a cycle where I get home on the weekends. So let's get out of here, and boy, it's been a pretty morning so far. It's supposed to get up to like 6 in the 70s, I think they said, actually, with some rain coming tomorrow. All right, folks, we've made the 4 or 5 mile drive over here to still in Little Rock. Airport's over to my right. And we're gonna make a turn here, and then you'll see Davis Rubber. Just a little family run business here where they take in old tires and shred them up, or make tire chips. They even take the wire out of them. I've had a couple of hauls out of here with just the wire from the tires. I'd like to see the equipment that removes the wire from the tires. All right, so this ain't the prettiest place in the world, but they're good folks, and usually a pretty quick load. The scale is over here to the left. I've just passed it. I usually scale out, but I don't scale in, because usually the loads are not overweight. Now normally where I pull in, there's a truck over here getting loaded, so I can't pull in over there. So I'm just gonna wait right here and walk up and let them know what I'm doing. We'll take it from there. Okay guys, so I'm backed in. You know, I had to back in here. And when you're getting tire shred as opposed to tire chips, they like you hugging the building. Let's give you a look here. Oh, the sun is blinding. You can see starting in the front. Tire shred. I think this might be actually Mr. Davis doing the loading today. Oh, that sun is tough. Just give you a shot of this. There's the tire shred pile. They got tons of it. So he'll basically just fill up the trailer. And then if I need more, he can come up and put some in while I'm on the scale. But last week when I got a load of this, he filled me up, and it was pretty much a full load. I think I weighed over 78, like 78.4 or something like that. So they do tire shred, which is what I'm getting. They do tire chips, which are smaller pieces, and then they've got the wire product over there. But this is it. I've filmed from here before and did a load of this last week. You know, it goes up to the Nucor plant in Armorel, Arkansas. And for you Oakley drivers, don't try to find Armorel, Arkansas in your GPS. You have to punch it in as Blytheville. In fact, there was a driver that delivered with me last week that picked up a load here, and he couldn't find it on his GPS, so he ended up going to Jonesboro, Arkansas, which is not close. I mean, it's fairly close, but not really. You know, it's probably an hour away. So I told him, yep, you have to punch it in as Blyville. So that's what we're doing. So there's the pile right there. And looks like he's kind of starting in the middle now. Going front to back. That's how it works. All right, everybody. So hey, it's still Wednesday. It's about 12:40. Wednesday afternoon. I just entered the Nucor Yamato plant here in Armorel, Arkansas. But like I said, if you're looking for this on your GPS, you have to use the town of Blytheville, not Armorel. So I already scaled in, checked in, and this is my escort here in front of me. You know, when you check in, they always send somebody up to guide you in and out. They don't want you driving around down here all crazy. They got lots of big equipment down here. Now I just delivered here, oh, what was it, last Thursday, I think? I don't know where I'm going next. Last week from here, they sent me to the Fulton Dock in Memphis. Got that load of manganese. That was my home load. But today it's only Wednesday, so that may not happen today. I don't know. Usually from over here, they'll have me either go to the Fulton Dock, that's an option, or Annapolis, Missouri, or back to North Little Rock, or possibly even to that clay warehouse over in Mississippi. Although it's been a few months since I've been over there. I'd like to avoid that place since I just got my truck washed 2 days ago. Although it's already getting dirty. But that clay place, man, you're gonna get real dirty. All right, so as my escort is escorting, we'll be making a sharp right turn down here. And, you know, last time I dumped here, there was 2 of us. And they had several other pieces of equipment right near where we were dumping, so I didn't get any good footage. So if I have time, I'll try to at least get some footage of after the dump. But I've got a huge pile of tire shred here, and hopefully it's cleaned off. Last week we had to wait for the guy to clean off a spot. It looks like it's okay now. You see this this line of product right here to the right. Looks like somebody just recently dumped that. But I've got a good spot here I can back up to. You know, when you're doing this, you want to make sure you're backing up into a spot that's fairly level. You know, you're not sitting up on a big pile of rubber, making your rear tires uneven. All right, so let me get backed up here. Okay, guys, let's see how it dumped out. There's my pile right there. Oh yeah, I'm just gonna have to get in there and give it a sweep. Nothing stuck up in there. So that's it. Let me get a little work done here. You can see my trailer's about lowered down. I just gotta grab my broom right there, hop in and give it a sweep. Okay guys, so I'm here at TRG in Jonesboro, Arkansas. Came here from Armorel earlier. And they call this product nails. And he can't tell how much he's putting in, so I'm just gonna have to watch my scales and guess at it. I'm real low on fuel too, so Anyway, yeah, I've never picked up here before. Just giving you a look. So I've got my tarp open and my bow's moved out of the way, of course. I'll have to crawl back in there and put the bows on at some point. So, you know, he's using a magnet crane. So he's just, I don't know what, I don't know. There's not enough of that laying around to make a load, I don't think. But we'll see how it goes. Nails. That makes me want to look at my tires. Yeah, they are nails, by the way. Yeah, it looks like a good place to ruin some tires, doesn't it? So, that's what we got going on right now. Yeah, I definitely want to get out of here. So nails and wire and whatever else he's magnetically grabbing off the ground. All that stuff over there, I don't know. I guess we'll take a look at it later. See what all he's got in there. So far, he's just putting it in the front. All right, more later. Okay, guys, we're here in Fort Smith at the Granules mill. Came out nice and clean. I will give it a sweep. But here's the load. It's a load of junk. Nails, mostly. I'm glad to get rid of this junk. If I get out of this mess from where I delivered it to dumping it without a flat, it'll be a miracle. Anyway, that's it. We're at the back side of the Granules mill again. I was just here Monday morning delivering alloys, kind of over in that direction. So let me jump in here and get it swept out and we'll get out of here.